tons of things to get into. A crazy 8-hour maintenance yesterday, but as far as the game goes, besides the breakage during maintenance, I gotta admit, there's more to do right now than I feel like we've ever had towards the end of an expansion. We got Legion Remix. I want to do my, my Hollow's End runs every day. There's now retail shit going on, so let's just jump straight in at all the things that happened from this reset. Oh, watching the news? No, you're watching me talk about something real important here. I'm a man of the people. People know me by that term. How do I hold the energy that I do every day to help the people out? It's G Fuel, guys. Right now I'm drinking Gohan's Blackberry Tea. Fantastic flavors, good stuff, zero sugar, full of energy, a good way to game and to play at your highest level the way I do every day. You can use code Samiccus at checkout to get your favorite G Fuel up to 30% off. Try it now. We now got Legion Remix Phase 2 live, which means the return to Karazhan. We also have the Turbo Boost event and some of the best items in game that I'm going to teach you on which ones you should get for your class. As for the Legion Remix Phase 2, Rise of the Nightfallen is now live in North America, adding Return to Karazhan dungeons and the Nighthold raid. That's right, so a few more ways to get yourself some more infinite power and grind all that stuff out. Phase 3 is just around the corner as well, by the way. November 4th, we'll be getting the Broken Shore, Cathedral of the Eternal Light, and Tomb of Sargeras. So this is rapid fire at this point. Get in, level up, have a good time. Legion Remix to me has been extremely fun and honestly my favorite game mode to play right now. As I said before, there's new sources of infinite knowledge. You can now reach, you were only able to reach level 28 in Phase 1. That that level has now been raised to 32. If you're wondering again what infinite knowledge is, it increases your ability to gather up that infinite power for your Legion legendary weapons. So that's how that's all working. You get more power, you gear up faster, you continue to gear out faster in terms of your ability to get gear right now because they got 3 raids open, and you're gathering up more infinite power more quickly, which means your player character is just getting that much more powerful with every single moment here that passes in Legion Remix. So that's great. Also, massive buffs for healers and DPS. I know we already went through the 20% buff that went through, but that wasn't enough. The tanking meta is still very much a thing in Legion Remix, and this might honestly change it. So for non-tanks, they are getting an absolutely massive buff here, where Eternus essentially buffs you when you're in a time-worn keystone. Now, what's the buff he's going to give you? Well, if you're a DPSer, you're going to get Gift of the Eternus Slayer. Eternus grants you damage dealers 10% increased damage done, plus 100% increased health, and 33% decrease in damage taken. It's essentially turning you into a tank. You're almost like a mini tank at this time. So this is for Remix. Sorry if I said Turbo Boost. This is for Remix. So a massive buff for DPSers. Yeah, you're turning into like a mini tank here. A bit softer than a real tank, but able to pump like crazy too. For healers out there, you get Gift of the Eternus Savior. This will grant healers 10% increased damage done, 10% increased healing done on absorbs, or I should say 10% increased healing and absorbs, and 100% increased health, and 33% decreased damage. So again, a massive, you're doubling your health, plus you're increasing the amount of damage you can take and absorb, and increasing the amount of healing output / damage output. So that's, again, massive buffs. Tanks are getting a little thing called Eternus of the Protector, which grants tanks 10% increased healing received from other players, trying to turn tanks more into, group content players rather than solo Andes right now. So, yeah, massive buffs. I think this will change up the meta just a little bit, or at least just for the, make it easier for you to play as a DPS or as a healer right now, because right now, tanking seems to be the best way to do it. So there you go. Also, more Infinite Power World content. Legion Remix hotfixes hit today with that reset as well. So there you go. We had, as I mentioned before, the Eternus Slayer stuff, but the level 80 time runners will now receive fragmented mementos of epoch challenges as loot from the following pieces of content. World bosses will now give you rare enemies, will now give you an emissary quest, will now give you those. So that's a nice little change. Completing the following content with heroic world tier enabled will award higher quantities of fragmented mementos, so encouraging people to get into that heroic world tier. You'll get more from world bosses and rare enemies. A few other little hotfixes here with some minor issues that have now been fixed. So now awarding gear for the correct item level from time-worn keystones, Legion Remix meta achievements being fixed, stuff like that. So a couple hotfixes went in during the breakage of the downtime. Moving on to retail. Okay, there's still things going on in retail. Believe it or not, the entire Turbo Boost event just kicked off. And there are some of the best items that you can get right now in the game through the Turbo Boost event ranked for you. So I'm going to show you guys here in a second what the best item is for your class. But before I do, let's talk real quick about the Raid Renown track, because we now have Raid Renown ranked 12. That's right, we are 12 weeks into this raid now. Players will receive a new quest to defeat the Nexus King Salhadar, unlocking the ability to purchase cosmetic versions of raid weapons from any difficulty. That's right, so you can get the heroic or mythic version of these weapons, at least aesthetically, for your transmogs through this new thing that you're going to be getting. So, requiring exactly 1 ethereal essence of silver, which you'll be getting from killing Salhadar each week now. Every weapon appearance from each raid difficulty is available for purchase, including the very rare Maw of the Void weapon, which I actually already have. So that's not too exciting for me, but for anybody who still wants these transmogs, you'll be able to get them now every week with your Salhadar kills. You'll get a piece of this currency, and you'll be able to purchase some of the coolest looking weapons transmogs right now from the raid. Also, Turbo Boost event now fully live, which means you are going to be starting to get your cartel chips. You'll get your first quest to get 3 of them this week, which will give you your first item that you can purchase. And then every week beyond that, you'll get 1 cartel chip. It'll take 3 weeks to get enough to get another item. You'll have 9 cartel chips in total when this event is done, which means you get to pick 3 items. That's right. So, going through this, also, we have Warbound loot drop rates will be doubled. Catalyst charges now drop from Mythic Plus dungeons, Maniforged Omega Delves, and rated PvP. Also, recrafting to higher item levels is going to be a thing right now. Valor Stones and Ethereal Crest Caps have been lifted, and bonus rewards from Delves. So it's time to just gear out the ass, basically, right now in retail. Additional Turbo Boost crests were available to players early on. If you logged in when these servers finally came up 8 hours later after their downtime had been extended multiple times, you may have noticed your ability to pick up multiple quests or versions of this quest for the Turbo Boost event. Well, it was a broken thing. You shouldn't have been able to get that many puzzling cartel chips, and Blizzard has retroactively taken those away. So if yesterday you did the Turbo Boost Infinite Growth quest over and over, just know you're not going to be able to keep those things, and everything's going to be returned to Blizzard. So a broken feature, indie dev company. You know, these things happen. What can I say? The best puzzling cartel chips things to buy. Okay, it's important to kind of think about what you want to buy based on what you currently have and what you need most, because you're only going to get to pick 3 items through this Turbo Boost event. Yeah, Turbo Mix. That's right. We got Turbo Mix going down right now. So we're going to see exactly what it is best for your class. But all in all, I'll link this in the chat, and I'll link this down below the video so you can check your specific class. But real quick, this is what it looks like. So for Blood Death Knights, you got your Brand of the Ceaseless Ire trinket. You also got Tomb of the Light's Devotion. No surprise there. It's the best in slot for your other trinket. The Unyielding Nether Sprint, another trinket here. The Cursed Stone Idol, another trinket. And then you got your feet here. Your boots, that's right. Myth track only, by the way. So look at this, right, and consider some of this stuff. The thing is, I already have my best trinkets, so perhaps even buying the heroic version of the boots might be the best for me right now, because I'm certainly lacking in the boots department right now. I haven't been able to get this fucking thing to drop for me, let alone win the damn loot roll. So maybe this will be the best, but these things are ranked essentially as if you have nothing. So if you don't have any of these items, this is maybe the order you should get them in. Obviously, you don't want to buy 3 trinkets, okay? So your top 3 right here, you're not going to buy 3 trinkets. You probably want to buy 2 and then buy the boots or something else. So there you go. Every single class is listed on here. Every single spec is listed on here. You can check this out. Again, I'll link it in the chat, and I'll link it down below the video on YouTube, and see what you want to spend at least your first round here, because you're going to get 3 cartel chips today. And then every 3 weeks, you'll get 3 more to purchase your next item. Finally, Mythic Dungeon International returns. That's right, October 24th. We can watch the best of the best running Mythic Dungeons on twitch.tv/Warcraft or youtube.com/Warcraft. Group A kicks off October 24th to the 26th, and then Group B, Group C, and the Global Finals November 21st to the 23rd, broadcasted at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. The format here is still the same, 6 teams per group, 3-2-1 daily dungeon distribution, and spec variety rule will apply here. So again, watching the best of the best do crazy things, breaking these dungeons, running them as quickly as possible. It's a fun thing to watch. If you've never watched it before, I'd encourage you to check it out. And I didn't get invited, but it's understandable as a man of the people. I am one of the best dungeon runners around, but I typically like to stay out of these things. I don't like to show my true power level to people. But that is all. We got all these events going on. So much to play right now in World of Warcraft. It's a good time to be a WoW player. And that is all in terms of news.